Welcome to Part 7 of Murder in a Cab. Visit brooksaudiobooks.com for an awesome collection of unique, full-length audiobooks. And be sure to subscribe to be notified when new books are released. Chapter 25. Quentin, this is unacceptable. I specifically told you to take the day off from work and rest in bed, yet here you are scribbling away as if nothing's happened. When a man has gone through what you just did, it puts an incredible strain on his heart, and it's genuinely dangerous. Come on, don't fuss, my friend. I've never felt better than I do today. Besides, this work can't wait. Oh, come on. That's what nearly all patients say to their doctors. They modestly believe the world will come to a standstill if they can't complete their little tasks. Have you thought about what would have happened if you and Reynard stayed in Trumbo's death chamber yesterday? I'll tell you. The Tempest would have printed 2 glowing obituary notices, and life would have continued as if the greatest detective of our time and the modern Raphael had never existed. Dr. Fletcher, who had taken on a serious expression, began to check the reporter's pulse. Well, you're a lucky one, better than you deserve. Most men would be laid up for a week after such an ordeal. And here you are, recovering without any help from the medical profession and in direct defiance of my orders to rest. And then there's Reynard. What about Reynard? The reporter asked, worried. Reynard has had a close call, but he's safe now. If good, attentive nursing counts for anything, he should be back on his feet in a day or 2. And Miss Trumbo? Yes, she has a professional nurse assisting her, but she insists on taking charge of the case herself. She's an excellent nurse, a delightful young woman, and on top of that, a truly noble person. Does she know about her father's passing? I broke the news to her as gently as I could. She took it surprisingly well, much more calmly than I expected. It seems there wasn't much affection between her and her father. At least on her part. Exactly. As soon as she learned about her father's wrongdoings, she sent for a lawyer. She refuses to accept a single penny of his money and has instructed her attorney to make whatever restitution is possible and to donate the rest to charitable organizations. This leaves her nearly broke, since the property she inherited from her mother doesn't amount to much. Luckily, Reynard has enough wealth to support both of them. What brings you here, if I may ask? Dr. Fletcher gestured toward a bundle resting on the table. That's Trumbo's autobiography, a bequest to me. The package was discovered near his suitcase in the room where he passed. He had addressed it to me at the last moment. Did it assist you with your account of the Knickerbocker bank case for the Tempest? A little, but naturally, Trumbo's perspective on that crime was incomplete. The entire journal, however, is deeply fascinating. It's a shame it can't be published. Why not? It would pose a risk to society. Trumbo was a remarkable genius in his field. His work shows astounding originality and cleverness. His crimes, numbering in the hundreds, had significant implications. All were meticulously planned and expertly executed. It's unlikely that we'll see another masterful criminal like him for another century. Revealing the details of his schemes would hand a powerful weapon to the ordinary criminals, those lacking the creativity of this brilliant villain. I tell you, Fletcher, Quentin continued, his tone infused with what seemed like genuine enthusiasm, this man is the mastermind behind nearly every unsolved mystery that has stumped the police over the last 15 years. He had agents in every major city across the country, driven by strong incentives, yet they operated in the shadows. Most of them never knew who wielded the mysterious influence that guided their every move. Murders were carried out in large numbers, so quietly and mysteriously that, until this last case, detectives found no leads to explain the sudden and inexplicable disappearances of wealthy men. Their bodies were shipped to the Manhattan Chemical Company by Trumbo's associates, who systematically disposed of them in the chemist's lab. He was pure evil, the doctor exclaimed. Well, Quentin said after a moment of deep thought, at the very least, he wasn't mindlessly cruel. He was heartless and merciless, but his cruelty always served a purpose, no matter how selfish or unjust that purpose might have been. His ruthlessness is a trait shared by many, people who destroy lives to secure their own comfort. There was certainly a difference of degree between Trumbo and the rest of us, but was there a difference of kind? "There is one thing I still don't understand," Fletcher said, "and that is why Trumbo would dare to taunt you into uncovering the truth about this crime, when he could have avoided detection entirely by keeping quiet." "No one is without flaws," Quentin replied wisely. "Not even a skilled villain like Trumbo, which is fortunate for the rest of us. Everyone has their vulnerabilities. Trumbo had too, his vanity and his affection for his daughter. They were the only qualities that tied him to humanity. It was because of them that his downfall came about." The end. This concludes Murder in a Cab by Merle Chadwick, narrated by Mitchell Larson. Published by BrooksAudiobooks.com. All rights reserved. No portion of this audiobook may be reproduced in any form without written permission of the publisher. Visit BrooksAudiobooks.com for an awesome collection of unique, full-length audiobooks, and be sure to subscribe to be notified when new books are released.